Hello, Gemini. I should probably make that a little bit more centered. I just kind of threw it down there at the last second because as I was sitting down and thinking of how I was going to start this introduction today, Gemini, I thought, oh, let's see what I've got for you. And I kind of got this imagery of like a magician reaching into his bag of tricks. And I realised that although I've pulled the Lovers card out for you up there, you are actually also the magician in the tarot. It's kind of Gemini Virgo energy. So, number one as well. Hmm. What are you manifesting, Gemini? What are you up to in that bag of tricks of yours? You've got something up your sleeve, I can tell. Right, putting yourself first as well. I like it. So a little bit of mischief already coming into the reading there with the Mercury energy. Mercury, the god of communication, but also mischief. Also, Mercury is retrograde in Aquarius at the moment, so you may find things going a bit backwards for you. You may have trouble with technology at the moment. It's all part of the process, right? It's just what the universe is doing. The universe is doing its job. Sometimes that means hold-ups, and sometimes those hold-ups are kind of like divine detours. They take us in a different direction that we may not have normally gone, which means that new opportunities open up for us. So something, if there's any spanners in your cogs at the moment, Gemini, if there's anything kind of going a bit awry, just trust that it's a divine detour. It could be helping you to avoid a problem. It could be helping you to avoid a conflict. It might be setting you on a different course, even though it feels frustrating, right? There could be something there with that. So you're manifesting something, but the universe is messing with your plans a little bit here. Now, you are getting a slightly sexy, spicy theme through here. It's kind of following on for from Taurus's reading because they had this good cop, bad cop stuff. I don't know if somebody's on Taurus Gemini cusp, or maybe it's like Taurus Gemini Cancer is a kind of bleeding into each other a little bit here, a bit like Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces kind of do towards the tail end of the zodiac. So you're getting a bit of crossover. Funny that I'm talking about crossover. I'm going to come back to that. But yeah, I'm getting kind of a bit of burlesque, a bit of role play through for you, Gemini. Now, I'm not going to delve too deeply into the sex lives of the people coming to these readings. It may just be one or two of you, but I am getting this performance aspect, dressing up, looking fantastic, putting on a show. Good girl, I'm a good girl, I'm a bad girl. Literally, you've got the song I'm a Good Girl by Christina Aguilera from Burlesque. It was randomly shown to me on YouTube this morning. So, also yesterday, Taurus at the tail end of their reading got Trouble by Christina Aguilera, which is in Ain't No Other Man, which is another one of her songs. So she's a singer, she's a performer in both of these songs, I'm a Good Girl and Ain't No Other Man. So I'm definitely getting burlesque performer type stuff. I've seen things as well like Marilyn Manson, weirdly enough, but he was married to Dita Von Teese for a while. She is a burlesque performer, so strong like burlesque performance energy here. I don't know if somebody is an entertainer of some sort. I as I was falling asleep last night, and this is as I'm falling asleep or as I'm just waking up, this in between state is where I tend to get a lot of the songs and the messages and things. I could see, like, excuse me, magician, if you could just go up there next to the Lovers, thank you very much. So I could see in my mind's eye a close up of some armor. Now the first thing that I saw was it was like superhero armor, I should say. The first thing I saw, and this was so specific, it was like a tapered cross or a tapered kiss. So it was like it came from something bigger up here. So I feel like it was from two like gold metal shoulder pads of superhero armor, like a chest piece. So from the shoulders it came down and it kind of like tapered into a very fine, very kind of beautiful tendril of a cross shape. So yeah, sort of over, I'd say probably the solar plexus, a little bit lower than the heart, and this kind of like yeah, it's almost like if you think of like the shape of the top of a butterfly's antennas, it kind of tapers into a bit of a curl. It was almost like that, a very, very beautiful metal gold cross or kiss, or I don't know. But the shape of the could see about this much of the torso here, of the body armor of this superhero costume, and it was a very dark, kind of almost indigo blue colour, very shiny metal, and it had obviously like the sculpted torso that superhero armor tends to have. Now, I don't recognise this superhero costume. I can't quite place it. I don't know who it is, but that cross is kind of, the cross is the first thing I saw, and then a little bit more of the scene filtered out, and I could see a bit more of the armour. So there's something there for somebody. I don't know what that is. I would love to know though. Then I saw a lobster. I actually saw two different lobsters. One that was like a top-down view and one that's kind of like more looking at its face. So I don't know, lobster could be relevant somehow there. I woke up from a bit of a dream, and I was in somebody's kitchen, and they kind of put something in a drawer, but there was nothing in the drawer. It was like the drawer was quite empty. And then I kind of looked, like I moved from the drawer to like kind of like an island, like a curved island in the center of the kitchen. Everything was very, very white, and they had like white shelves, but they were empty. There was a bit of dust on them as well. And then I kind of moved around the counter. I could see across the floor they had like a tiled, I think it was like terracotta tile floor, but they had quite a lot of pots and pans and kind of like something that was like round shaped, kind of scattered across the floor. So it's funny because one of my friends was actually talking about pots and pans, so that may have just stuck in my head. It may just be a dream, right? But it felt very real, so I feel like it's a message for somebody. I think somebody is either moving in somewhere or moving out. Someone's moving house, or it could just be someone was giving the kitchen a really good clean, right? Taking everything off the shelves and wiping everything down. But it's interesting that drawer was quite empty. Excuse me, I exploded. Exploded. Maybe somebody's allergic to dust. Maybe someone's been dusting and sneezing a lot. Everything that happens in a reading is part of the reading. So yeah, cleaning, moving, wrapping things up, something like this. Then I heard a bit of like one of the stings, the theme tune from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I think it's from when they lock a question in and the lights kind of go down, and the spotlight goes on the centre. It kind of goes doom. That's the best way I can describe it. But I heard that sting. So I don't know if somebody wants to be a millionaire, somebody wants to move into a bigger house possibly, because then I got Moving On Up by M People, and again this is a song I haven't heard for years. It's come out of the blue, just all of a sudden Moving On Up's playing in my head. So moving on up, moving on out, time to break free, love can't stop me. So I feel like somebody is moving up in life, leveling up in life, getting a bigger house, or moving out, moving on up, moving on out. I heard the words withdrawn faster. So I don't know if somebody's withdrawing money from an account, or they're withdrawing from a situation. Maybe they've moved in with somebody and they're withdrawing again. Something there for somebody. So that was everything that came through in kind of a bit of a rush throughout the night. I also got, as I was setting up for your reading, I got Love to See You Cry by Enrique. The Sweetest Pleasure is Pain. Interestingly, this You Deserve Sugar Not Salt card came out of this deck, Gemini. So I don't know if you've moved in with somebody, it's not working out. Maybe this person's quite emotionally manipulative. You're not very happy there, so you're moving on out and moving on up into a different relationship or a better situation, possibly for some of you. You deserve sugar, not salt, Gemini. You don't know how much it hurts when you fall asleep in my arms. I want to run away. So this could be some kind of runner chaser thing going on here, where it's like somebody, it could be you doing this as well, where you feel like you don't deserve love, so you push the other person away. It's almost like I'll hurt you before you can hurt me, this kind of energy. And then you got Hot in Here by Nelly. So don't know what that's doing. Waiting for the right time. I feel like touching you, waiting for the right time. It's getting hot in here. Literally was getting hot though as I was doing the reading. They may have just been doing a running commentary on the temperature of the room. I've just turned my heating off because it was getting a bit too warm, which is nice actually, because my boiler was broke and I was very, very cold at the start of the week. So it literally is getting hot in here. Okay, we're going to randomize the song for you on camera, and then we'll start to pull some cards for your reading. So, let's relax, make sure we're in that lovely, complicated Gemini energy. I'm a fellow air sign, so I love your energy. I've got Gemini moon, but it does make us a little bit bonkers. Gemini, I'm looking at that magician card mainly. What are you up to, Gemini? Crazy beautiful life. Yeah, definitely. You want to have that crazy beautiful life. It's interesting as well, Gemini. You are both sides. You're kind of like the yin and the yang. You've got that duality of nature. Um, you are the kind of the twins, right? You're good and bad. You have all the dualities within yourself. Sometimes that can pull you apart into two different directions. So the message of your reading might actually be how to become whole, how to work with, you know, your shadow side, how to use that to fuel you, and to kind of walk in your light side. So there could be something there. I'm just really noticing that crack down the center of a face, like a picture that's been ripped in half. I don't know if you've ripped a picture in half as somebody that you're trying to break up with recently, but yeah, it's like the two sides of you there. What does it say there as well? Cannibal. I hope not, Gemini. It's funny because Man-Eater came out in one of my last couple of readings as well by Nelly Furtado. So I hope nobody's literally eating people, because that is creepy. Now they're giving me that Blondie song. And now he's eating cars, the man from Mars. That's a funny song. Crazy beautiful life. Okay, I'm going to listen to that off camera, just make sure I'm properly tuned into your energy, and I'll be back to pull some cards. So I don't know if you want to pause and go and listen to that as well at the same time. It might be the bit of might explain what you're up to, and it might kind of give us an indication of how the card reading is going to go. Gemini, love your energy so much. That crazy beautiful life is like, it's so healthy. I mean, it's like, on the one hand, it's kind of like living for the drama, like that love to see you cry. It's like wanting to feel emotion, wanting to experience things that make you feel alive. So that's one aspect of it. But the reason why I'm saying it's really, really healthy is because I feel like you're almost embracing your past. It's like any mistakes, any kind of like drama, anything that didn't work out, kind of all the crazy stuff that you've maybe done in your past, is like just embracing it, because it got you here, right? It's your journey, it got you here to who you are today. So almost like looking back at your past self with love and compassion, and really seeing the funny side of your own story, taking the lessons from that and taking them forward into it's almost like it feels like release. It feels like if you've been trying to manifest something, it's almost like you're just going to enjoy the ride. You're not going to worry about what's coming up. You're not going to try and like control things. You're not looking to kind of like grab the wheel and take control of a situation. It's literally just like, I want to be with my friends, I want to be with people who I love, I want to have a good time, I want to enjoy my life, I want to feel, right? It feels really, really healthy actually. So I'm interested to see what your story is going to be. Today we're doing fairy tale stories, so it's going to be, what's your fairy tale story, Gemini? So really excited, I like this theme. Interested to see how this goes. Gemini, which prince or princess or character, maybe you're Shrek, I don't know, I don't mean to call you Shrek, Gemini, but who is Gemini in their own story? Who is Gemini in their own fairy tale story, please? Ooh, there we go, we've got one. Red. Forgive. Yeah, exactly, Gemini. You're forgiving yourself, you're healing, you're forgiving yourself for things that didn't work out in the past. I don't know why she's in a bath with some, what is that, tomatoes? I don't know. Gemini, have you been in the bath with tomatoes recently? God, your energy's so fun. Number 10. Okay. It's really interesting because I switch into the energy of the sign that I'm reading for. So again, everybody has a full chart, a full birth chart. All the planets and all the signs will come into play at some point in your personality and in your life. No two Geminis are exactly the same. Haha, twins. But we're a mix of nature and nurture, and our star chart does come into play, but we're all individuals. But if I'm talking about like Gemini energy by itself, like the meaning of Gemini, or the meaning of other signs, I kind of as I move into the energy of the reading, I act very differently. Not in a kind of like manic way, but not that there's anything. Not that I'm casting dispersions on people who have disorders where they're a bit manic. We've all got our own stories going on, but in a way that feels like I can feel that energy shift. So yesterday, as I shifted into Taurus's energy, I suddenly became really, really practical and really motivated, and like I just wanted to succeed and do lots of things, and I became very like housey. And then Gemini, your energy is so fun. It's like I feel really like giggly and happy, and like I want to be friendly, and it's interesting to see if you can channel different signs energy, depending on what you need to do in that moment. So to channel earth sign energy if you need to be very practical, or to channel fire sign energy if you need to be very creative and spontaneous. So I don't know, I feel like they're showing me a Kylie Minogue. I mean, again, it's this feeling, Gemini, of like dressing up. Maybe you've tried a lot of different roles in your life. I'm getting a lot of intuitive stuff for you, Gemini, so I'm sorry I'm talking more than reading the cards, but it's all part of the reading. Strong intuition energy. So I don't know if you've got like Pisces or like the moon or like something doing something in your chart right now, but it's maybe something in Scorpio. I'm getting Pisces and Scorpio quite a lot, actually. I was already picking that up from the I'm sorry, I'm going back. The Enrique Iglesias song, Love to See You Cry. I was wondering if you're dealing with somebody with Scorpio or Pisces energy or placements, because for Pisces, they kind of want to be the knight in shining armor. So if they see kind of like a damsel in distress energy, they want to go in and save them. They are actually motivated by kind of like almost like the pain and suffering of others, because they want to fix it. They want to be the hero, right? It's nice though, right? It's not like I want to make you cry. It's like I want to make you better. Scorpio, negative Scorpio energy can be quite controlling, a tiny bit like, yeah, I won't go into that, because Scorpio, we have an interesting relationship there. The kind of dark side of Scorpio energy can be very, very kind of controlling and a little bit sociopathic. Sorry, Scorpios. Yeah, there's something there. So just rewinding back to what they were giving me. They were giving me Kylie Minogue. She actually has, I don't know if she is Gemini, but she has 2 videos where she kind of dresses up as different people. So it's like showing different versions of herself, different aspects of herself. There's I Did It Again, and she plays like 4 different characters in the same thing. And there's Confide in Me, where she plays 6 different women. So it's almost like the versatility of your sign, Gemini. You could be all things to all people. You could show different sides of yourselves in different situations. It's very much kind of that almost like mask wearing energy of Gemini. You may not. It's almost like you're showing different sides of yourself in different situations, playing different roles, depending on what's required of you. So maybe someone is an actor and an actress, they perform in some kind of way. I'm getting this almost like chameleon-like energy for you today, Gemini. So sorry, rewinding again back to this card. So there's something to do with forgiving your past, forgiving the way you've behaved in certain situations, and probably forgiving others as well. So let's read. Let's see what this is about. I'm sorry, I'm talking fast as well. Mercury, god of communication. It's there's a lot to say here. Somebody could be very, very chatty. You've been holding a grudge against somebody in your life. Gemini, you haven't got time for that. There's too much fun to have for grudges. Maybe it's a loved one, or maybe it's yourself. This isn't a card telling you that you must learn to practice forgiveness. No, forgive them on your own terms, if and when you feel ready to do so. This is simply a nudge for you to consider whether that time is the present. Don't let forgiveness feel like an obligation, but like a red shiny hope that gets you through the sleepless nights. Okay, you don't necessarily have to forgive someone, but I would say holding on to the drama, holding on to the kind of negative vibes of situations or people, it's keeping you in a stuck energy, it's keeping you in a negative energy, and you're generating bad karma for yourself. So sometimes forgiving and forgetting is actually healthier for you, and you can do that for yourself rather than doing it for other people. because it allows you to move on, right? It's like I'm releasing this, and this is what I was saying. It's like a release feeling that I was getting before. So it's like releasing the drama, releasing the negative feelings, releasing any kind of like beating yourself up for the way things went. Just completely letting everything go and let it go and let it flow, right? That's what people say. Let it go and let it flow, Gemini. Keep that energy moving. Don't get stuck in bitter resentment. There's no, and I don't feel like you do tend to do that. You're a sign that tends to, you're like the butterfly of the zodiac, right? You kind of skip from one situation to another. So there may be something to do with the past where you're kind of beating yourself up because maybe you floated away from someone and you think, oh, I should have stuck there a bit longer. Take what resonates, leave anything that doesn't. Okay, so let's try and concentrate. Look at what's on the bottom as well, a moth, talking about butterflies. And your light side and dark side, right? Dark side moth, light side butterfly, you're both. Who is Gemini going to meet on their fairy tale journey? Who's Gemini going to meet on their fairy tale journey, please? Thank you. The eagle. Yeah, Libra, possibly. Yeah, with the dolphin as well there. You could be meeting a Libra, doesn't have to be. It's just eagle energy is like justice energy, right? So you could be dealing with someone connected to some kind of court situation, the legal system, somebody who has something to do with documents or some kind of institution, like government institution. Could be politics as well with the eagle. I think church as well, maybe. There's someone connected to some kind of institution or something involving contracts or legalities for you here that you're going to be meeting on the way. We'll find out more about them. I do feel like this person is very clever. I feel like this person has a very high perspective. They probably have a lot of information, but they're probably the sort of person who's going to watch what you get up to and they're going to pay attention. So it's like, Gemini, if you're up to mischief, as you sometimes are, not all mischief is bad. Some of it's fun, some of it's for good reasons. But if you're up to mischief, if you may be doing things you shouldn't, you could have somebody keeping an eye on you here. So definitely you want to stay on the right side of the law. Gemini, gems. I'm thinking of it like in the UK we have something called midget gems, which is like little tiny biscuits with like icing on them. And I don't know why they just showed me those, but they did, so that could be relevant to somebody. So Gemini's lesson, so their fairy tale, their story arc. What's Gemini's fairy tale story arc? What is the lesson that they learn on their journey, please? This is coming through very chunky today. Excuse me a second. My son is supposed to be doing an art project for school, and I've asked his big sister to help him because she's very helpful and she loves art. It's like probably a favourite subject. She's very, very creative. My son is very reluctant when it comes to art, so I've kind of given them instructions for her to help him and to tell him what needs to be done, but not to do everything for him. And I think she's Sagittarius. I think she might be taking the lead a little bit and controlling the situation, and he's getting a bit bored. Oh, bless them, but it's good for them to help each other and work together. Right, okay. She's better off doing it than me anyway. I'm not the best at art. Anime and Monday, all things. Interesting, the shadow fell out as I was talking to my son, which again talks about light and dark. Anime and Monday is everything, okay? So this is kind of what I was picking up on before. I feel like Gemini, you're doing this kind of encompassing energy where you are accepting your past, you're accepting your future, you're kind of being very much in the here and now, being aware of like everything is a lesson, this and that are true, that kind of thing. So let's read from the book. Let's see what it has to say about anime and Monday. But it does talk about being whole. So it's actually one of the most powerful cards. I think it might be the last card. Yeah, it's the last card because it's like the world card in the tarot. It's a completion energy. Everything coming together as one. The soul of the world, all it is. Anime and Monday epitomizes the principle accept all, reject none. Simply put, it is the living soul of the world in all its multifaceted, multidimensional layers, bonded together by loving cosmic forces. Diversity is celebrated, multiplicity is honoured, and nothing is denied embrace. Constructs of separation dissipate into the wonderful mess of shared consciousness. Anima Mundi is the link between the literal and the imaginal, the rational and the mythic. It is the connective fibre that makes life meaningful. This card indicates an initiation on the level of the soul. You will awaken the unique light within you, and witness how this light continues to the radiance of the entire universe. Contributes, to the radiance for the entire universe. I can't speak anymore. You will sense yourself as a critical note in the cosmic orchestra. Destiny is altered as you hear the enchanted melody of all living things. It's like becoming one. Like it's completion energy. It's amazing. Tending to the sacred details of life. When dark, overwhelmed by the bigness of existence. Yeah, so if you are feeling overwhelmed by all that is, right? All the drama, all the noise, all the things you have to do, kind of like everything. This talks about coming back into yourself, maybe doing a bit of meditation or breath work, and realizing that everything is kind of like part of the divine plan. No matter which religion, or if you come from no religion, everything has a reason, everything has a purpose, or nothing has a reason and nothing has a purpose. In that case, why are you worrying about it? So it's finding this level of calm and acceptance where it's like, this is where I am now. I'm in the here and now. I'm just going to live for the moment, and almost like letting things run its course, let it go, let it flow, right? Go deeper. Alchemical drawings of the Anima Mundi, the life and paintings of Hilma af Klint. Anima Mundi is the energy behind the world card. Is Clint, is that the one who did all the like the kiss and all the gold paintings? I love that. Anima Mundi is the energy behind the world card in the tarot deck. Exactly, I said that. Both carry themes of universal unity, completeness, and embrace. The embrace of Anima Mundi is available anytime, anywhere, to anyone, day or night, rich or poor. It's a process of unveiling our resistance to its love. Now, this has come through, this is the third time it's come through. I think it came through for possibly Libra and Sagittarius, I think, or Capricorn, or who did it come through for? I can't remember. But it's the third time this has come through. I think the first time I felt it was like in a Libra reading where it was like, I was in the dark and I felt really protected in the dark. And then I think in another reading I had this thing about, I think I called the reading momental bliss or something like that, where it was almost like something could happen. If it got crazy. It was like physics, time travel, time kind of folding in on itself, the past and future being in the moment, all this kind of stuff. And it was like, you could have like perfect bliss in one moment of time, but if time can fold in on itself, then that stretches to the beginning and the end of the universe. So it's always there for you. The universal love is always there for you. It's a big concept. It is like Anima Mundi, kind of Buddhist kind of mind-blowing concept. Right? This is your journey, Gemini, and you are the sign to do it, because you are the light and dark within yourself, within one. You are the feminine and masculine. You are the sign that's whole, being the twins. So yeah, your journey is getting as close as you can to this Anima Mundi of everything existing in one moment and nothing existing in the moment. This and that are true. Like, yeah, both sides of the mirror existing at once. Everything being possible. Everything is possible and impossible at the same time. Okay, Gemini, this is big brain energy. I don't know if I can quite keep up. The world, no way. The world card. So yeah, you are. This is you. This is what your mission is here. You are figuring out how to have a full soul within yourself. You're trying to find this completeness of the soul. Amazing. Again, Sagittarian energy. Tell me about Eagle, please. Who's this person that Gemini is going to meet on the way? I get the feeling it's you. Oh, interesting. I feel like Taurus had that. This is somebody who works really hard at what they do. They've put a lot of effort into what they do, and it's like they've done something over and over again and really, really perfected it. So this is somebody who's perfected what they do. So I feel like they could do something to do with contracts or legalities or truth and justice, perhaps. Again, you had that kind of superhero costume there. Right, Anima Mundi. Whoa. So I'm getting someone else as well. I can't remember who had it, but somebody had like the heading of the reading was something like you're forming your own Justice League. Again, I feel like it was like Libra or Sagittarius, but could be another one. So it's like maybe you're getting your crew together, right? They're showing me and the boys. It's a meme. I don't know if you're familiar with memes, but there's a meme, you can Google it, me and the boys. And it's like me and the boys getting ready to, I don't know, play football. I don't know. There's like all different ones, me and the boys doing this. Yeah, it's like getting the gang together. It's a bit cheesy, but it's funny. Mother of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, wow. The Four of Swords and Temperance. Again, Sagittarian energy, strong Sagittarian energy here today in this reading. Mother of Pentacles, this is somebody who's very nurturing, very practical. Oh, look, she's got a little fawn with her. Oh, so cute. Yeah, okay, somebody who could be some sort of teacher. I'm getting today, I don't know if it's just because I've been helping my son with his Google Classroom stuff, but somebody who's kind of very maternal, very nurturing, specifically nurturing to children. So you could be a mother coming to this reading, or it could be talking about your mother. But it's coming through as like a very calm, nurturing, steady presence. So maybe this is what you're learning. You're learning how to be soft and gentle and supportive of people who are more vulnerable than you. The Mother of Pentacles with the Ten of Pentacles, again, it's kind of this completion energy. The Ten of Pentacles symbolizes everything you could possibly want on a tangible level. It's like having a career that you love, having a roof over your head, having a happy family, or at least a secure family. It's very much about having enough money you need to be happy on a practical sense. It's really having your stuff together, being organized in terms of like practical matters. I'm noticing though that it's almost like the Nine of Pentacles though. So there's 9 pentacles at first glance. So the Nine of Pentacles talks about being able to stand on your own 2 feet, being good on your own, not being codependent or self-reliant on other people for kind of your day-to-day needs. It's interesting that this 8 of Pentacles leads to the 9 and 10 of Pentacles. So you could be teaming up with this person. Again, Justice League. It feels like this person could be part of a team that you're on, maybe something at work. But it's going to lead to the 10 of Pentacles. So if you actually look closely, there's a smaller pentacle in that 9th pentacle. So it does talk about 2 people who are perhaps very independent, very good at what they do, teaming up to get this kind of like shared wealth. And yeah, it's like, I feel like this person could be this person for you. It's like this person feels like there's somebody that you could team up with. They feel nurturing. They feel like they know what they're doing in a situation. They see things clearly. They've got the expertise. They've got the knowledge and the know-how because they've done this thing loads of times by themselves. So there's this like teaming up with this person where they're kind of like nurturing you and helping you to turn your independence into something that is like even more profitable, even more solid and grounded and long-term, like long-term investments. This sheep here, this lamb with the eye chakra, the 5th eye chakra lit up. 5th eye chakra, 4th eye, 3rd eye chakra. How many eye chakras do we have? I'm really confused. So this talks about intuition. I don't know why that's gone out of my head completely, but it has. But this talks about intuition, seeing things clearly, that feeling of just knowing, right? It's like you've got the anime on Monday. It's like you've got the connection to the universe. Here's the universe, like, hi, call me up, I'm right here. It's like the Google of the brain, right? So the Google of the brain is saying, hi, all this information is here at your fingertips, Gemini. All you have to do is tune into it. So you do that little bit of meditation, you kind of take yourself out, do a bit of rest and relaxation, kind of open up that 3rd eye chakra. There we go, thank you. Maybe you have got 4th or 5th eye chakra, I don't know, maybe you're very, very strong with that Anime Mundi card. And it's like that dial-up connection to the universe where it's like, here's the information you need. These swords are almost symbolizing, sometimes it's like sacrificial lamb, but what I'm getting today is like swords represent communication and information. So it's like you have this connection, an intuitive connection to the universal oneness that you can tune into and dial up with any time, and it kind of like comes into, it's like the information coming down into your head, into your brain. So you're very knowledgeable. You've kind of it's like you see things very clearly in a situation. And then you've got this temperance energy. Now this talks about balancing out fire and emotions. You can see it's kind of crying tears, which are kind of putting out this flame. So the flame represents wand energy, which is passion, creativity, fieriness, kind of impulsiveness, spontaneity, bravery, all those kind of like fire sign energy traits. The water here symbolizes emotion, so water sign energy, emotion, intuition, compassion, love, feelings. So there's something going on here where somebody's tempering these fires, kind of cooling them with emotion. So the temperance card also talks about patience, balance, taking the time to really learn a lesson. The temperance card comes up a lot in readings for this like past year or so because of lockdown, because we can't go anywhere and do the things we want to do. We all have to be patient. So temperance is out like crazy at the moment. But it's like when temperance shows itself, when we have to put the brakes on something, it's teaching us something. So it's teaching us not to be impulsive. It's teaching us to put thought and emotion into things. So you've actually got here again, you've got completion, right? Everything. Anime Mundi is all things. You've got pentacles, you've got swords, you've got cups, and you've got fire, all represented here. You've got all the aspects of the tarot represented in this cycle that you're on. What's on the bottom there? The Nine of Cups, yeah. Figuring out how to make yourself happy, which leads to wish fulfillment. Let's keep going. So why is the World card here with forgive? Is it this card you want me to take? No? Okay, just put some cards into my hands, but I'll keep going. That one, okay. The Five of Cups. So, as I was saying about the butterflies, about how it feels like you've flitted from one situation to another somehow, and you've got this feeling of like beating yourself up because perhaps you left a situation too early. It could be that something's coming back around for you. This Five of Cups talks about feeling a sense of loss, of disappointment, something not working out, crying over spilt milk, really looking at a situation that could have gone somewhere, it could have been something, but it didn't. It was kind of like something fizzled out. So normally the representation of this card is there's 3 cups that have been knocked over, cups representing emotions and emotional investment in people. So there could be a situation involving 3 other people where it just didn't work out, that cycle didn't complete. But the thing about the Five of Cups is there's always 2 cups standing, and the 2 cups standing represent the 2 of Cups in the tarot, which is like a perfect match for you, your person, a friend coming in, a love interest coming in, somebody who's your perfect match, right? You match each other, you're equals. So while you're so busy crying over a situation that didn't work out, holding on to resentment, I feel, with that forgive card, the wheel's kind of turning, you completing a cycle, and the universe is trying to take you to this 2 of Cups, but it's like you can't have that 2 of Cups, Gemini, while you're still kind of like mooning over this past thing that didn't work out. Or it could be there's a return. Okay, with the World card, I'm seeing it could be a return where your story is about missing an opportunity and it coming back around for you. So have you learnt your lessons? The World card can talk about, have you learnt your lessons? Have you closed out something? Because if you have, then I feel like you'll be able to move forward. It's a bit of Groundhog Day energy. I'm trying to think of what princess you are. I don't know what princess you are. I don't know what this fairy tale story is. I don't know. Right, eagle then. Why is the eagle here? Why is the eagle here, please? Who is this eagle? How will Gemini recognize the eagle? Okay, I've got a few cards here. Queen of Wands. Ooh. And the Ace of Wands. Ooh. Well, that was a bit of a unexpected surprise. This person may have a cat. Interesting, they're showing as you, Gemini, right? You are black and white energy, yin and yang energy. This person's showing as a black cat and a white cat here. They are showing as somebody who's also complete, also in Anime Mundi energy, right? This person has also been on a journey where they've been doing a lot of work on something, and they've kind of like, they've reached the top in something. It could just be putting work into themselves. So they are balanced. Could be Libra. Like, as I say, with that eagle card, Libra is also both sides of the scale, just as you're kind of like the twins. So I feel like this is somebody who's almost like, it's like your match. Yeah, it feels like this is your counterpart. It feels like this is your Two of Cups. Now, I don't know if this is a friend or, I don't know what form this relationship's taking right now, but wands can symbolize romantic passion, you know, sex. The Ace of Wands especially is symbolic of male anatomy, you know, passion, sex. Sorry, it cut out. That might be a sign for me to not be too lewd. Yeah, yeah. The Queen of Wands I'm noticing is stood on some steps. So for me, there is something going on here where there's somebody climbing steps. Like I said with this spider web, with this eight of Pentacles, it's like every time you do it, you kind of level up. Every time you do it, you could become better at what you do. So it's learning as you go. This person though is probably very expressive, very outspoken. Again, could be Sagittarius too, because of all that wand energy. Doesn't have to be these signs, it could just be placements in the chart, but it's like somebody who is very brave, very confident, very outspoken, very passionate about what they do. Yeah, really feeling passionate about what they do. They probably put their all into stuff. Very enthusiastic, spontaneous, confident, very much like a leadership type person. A huge amount of creativity here with the double wands energy. The Queen of Wands is somebody who probably really takes good care of their appearance. They're probably quite sexy. They like to look good, feel good. Very outspoken, very like brave, ambitious, all that kind of fire sign energy. The Ace of Wands, again, it doesn't have to be a female, king, queen, he, she, they, take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. It's more about the character of the person. The Queen of Wands is more open and expressive than the king, who is more reserved. The Ace of Wands is a brand new start. It's like a gift from the universe, a new creative project, an idea, a huge amount of creative potential with the Ace of Wands that could be explored. So yeah, I hope that helps you recognize who this person is for you. Okay, yeah, cats particularly, because I asked how will you recognize this person, they may have cats. So what do we have here? Enemy and Monday. What do I want to ask? Tell me more about this Mother of Pentacles. Who is the Mother of Pentacles in this story, please? Tell me about the Mother of Pentacles. Tell me about the link between the Mother of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. The keeping quiet. Tell me about Temperance. Whoa, no, they want to talk about Temperance, but there's a secret. Look, it's hidden. It flipped and went right back in. There was quite a lot of energy with that Sun. The Sun card. Temperance leads to happiness. This Temperance, yeah, you're stuck in something because you're getting clarity. The Sun card talks about clarity, realization. It's the most positive card in the deck. Leo energy. It's like seeing everything clearly. Realizing there's a huge amount of potential and freedom. You're not stuck. You can move. You can do anything you want to do. There's confidence with this. There's excitement. There's freedom. There's loyalty. There's bravery. Like the Sun card is a beautiful card. It's like radiating to me today. It's funny though that it's almost like sunrise or sunset here with this rabbit. Yeah, so the period of Temperance, the period of patience, being stuck in something, has caused, I think, you to be very clear about what you want to go towards, like what makes you happy. What makes you happy? Yeah, that's what it is. Like, you know what to do. You know where your happiness lies. And you have a huge amount of happiness within yourself as well with the Enemy of Monday. So it feels like a revelation. It feels like an oh my god moment, like everything suddenly becomes clear and everything is suddenly okay. Like letting go of all that drama of the past, letting go of all the kind of chaos and just being like everything's fine. Everything's fine. Like no matter what goes on around me, I'm good. I'm solid. Like I can ride the waves, I can go with the flow. Whatever comes at me, I can deal with it because I am in this very, very high vibrational energy. And this is your journey, right? This is what you're getting to. So you may be like, I'm not there yet, which is fine. This is what you're working towards. I feel like there is a sense of learning lessons from other people as well, though. So there's probably prominent aspects of your personality, Gemini, that stand out more than others. So you may find that if you go and look at your birth chart, and there will be a link in the description box below for you to go and look that up. There's quite a lot of information there, but have a look at kind of the chart that tells you where Mars was at your time of birth, what your Venus sign is, what your Mercury sign is, all these kind of things, because that's really going to tell you quite a lot about why you act the way you do in certain situations. So you may go and look at your chart and you may find that you've got a lot of earth energy, or you may go and find that you've got a lot of fire energy. Excuse me. So you may find that you prioritize some things more than others. If you've got a lot of earth energy in your chart, you're going to really prioritize kind of career, finances, practical matters. If you've got a lot of fire in your chart, you're going to prioritize creative pursuits, things that feel good, leaping into situations. So there's going to be aspects of your chart that are overdeveloped and aspects of your chart that are underdeveloped. Also, especially go and look at your North and South node and your Lilith. I feel like whatever is the part of your chart that's the least explored, there's probably things that I feel like this is you. I feel like there's probably things that you're really, really good at. Like they come naturally to you because you're so good at it. It comes like second nature to you. But then there's aspects of your chart that you don't explore, that you feel like, to kind of explain what I'm trying to say in terms of like my own experience. Now, I can't remember if it's my North or South node. I think it's either my North or South node and my Lilith. I've got a couple of placements there in Capricorn, and the specific placements mean that I feel it's like the opposite of Capricorn energy. So it's the area of my chart that's underdeveloped. So it's like feeling like I don't deserve success, I don't deserve a good career, I don't deserve money. Imposter syndrome is how it manifests for me. It's like I could work really, really hard, but I don't want to accept the credit for it. There's something kind of a bit, it's almost like it's a dirty word to be ambitious to me. And it's because of this placement that I have in my chart. And recognizing that and understanding why I feel that way, understanding that I have imposter syndrome, means that I can work on that. And I can work on saying, if someone compliments me, I can just go, thank you, I feel really good about myself today, instead of having to go, oh no, yeah, I know I've done my makeup really well, but my hair's shit. Like I don't have to put myself down when somebody compliments me. If I do something and work really hard and somebody says congratulations, I want to give you a bonus, I can just accept it and go, yay, bonus. I don't have to be like, no, I don't deserve it, which is how I always acted in the past, which means I don't value myself, which means people take advantage of me, especially in work situations, especially in the past. Not so much now, because the place I work is like, I love them so much. They're so nice, but in past work situations, absolutely, I would bend over backwards and get nothing for it, and was so undervalued because I didn't value myself. So as I say, if you go and look, especially, I think I can never remember, I get them mixed up if it's North node or South node, but there should be some information if you scroll down. You can read about it. There's a lot of information there, and go and find out which of the kind of aspects of the zodiac is your Achilles heel, because it doesn't have to mean it always holds you back. What it means is that you can invest more time and effort into that area in order to become a more complete and a more whole person. When you understand that part of your chart is making you feel this way, it's almost like that's how it felt to me. It felt like the sun moment, where it's like, oh, okay, I understand this part of my nature now. I can work on that, right? So the more you work on, you've mastered something. So the more you work and develop the areas that are kind of like more your Achilles heel, the more you come into this Anamia Mundi completion energy. So that's your mission, Gemini. I could just read the end, finish the ending there, but I have got another deck to go through, so we'll just see what else they want to tell us. So anything else about this, the world with the Five of Cups? Whoa, okay, bit of a Rudy card, I'm going to warn you. If you don't like boobies and front bottoms, it's very cartoon though, so I feel like it's fine. But if that is something that you're not keen on, maybe just stop the reading now or look away for a minute. But we've got this Three of Pentacles. So it's, I think that art and the naked body, the human body is beautiful. I'm Libra, so I appreciate classical art, and yeah, beauty in all forms is hugely inspiring to me. So I love this card. I think it's beautiful. I don't think there's anything shameful about it, but perhaps other people do. So yeah, the Three of Pentacles talks about different people coming together with different skills, which allows for a project to be worked on and for something great to be made. So you can see here we've got the artist, the student, we have here the teacher or the person advising, and we have the expert, and we have the model who is gorgeous and confident. This is like the Queen of Wands energy. I feel this is the person who's like, yeah, I'll get my clothes off and stand there naked and you can all look at me and admire how amazing I am. Very Queen of Wands energy. Yeah, people coming together to complete something, and I feel like this is almost a coming together of the different aspects of yourself, because it's actually in the position that's all about you. So you are mastering different skill sets, you're allowing people with more expertise to advise you, and you're going to create something great, Gemini. Four of Pentacles, yeah. I'm really glad this is in reverse because it's one of the tricky cards, but the Four of Pentacles is my shields up card. So it can talk about clinging onto things, being quite greedy, being clingy, or being very guarded and kind of like not letting people in. So in the reverse, it's really good because it shows that you're not doing this. It's like you're opening up. You're opening up to people who want to give you advice. You're opening up to people who want to invest in you, who want to encourage you, who want to work as part of a team. Yeah, opening up to new possibilities, not being guarded and not being too clingy, okay, in situations as well. Okay, which way, please? Whoa. Okay, this is the Three of Cups. So you've got 2 threes there, not 4. So you don't want to work on a top team with 4 people. Your Justice League, your little superhero team, it needs to be 3 people, not 4 people by the looks of things. But the Three of Cups is like coming together to celebrate. This is like, job well done, let's go out for drinks. This is like spending time with friends, feeling really happy, having a good time, celebrating. So yeah, it really feels like, cheers, we've done it, we've accomplished something. So you and your Justice League getting something together there, completing it, and yeah, I think friendships and being social is really important actually to kind of like core Gemini energy. I want to know more about this person. Who is this sexy person that is teaching Gemini? What's going on here? Oh my goodness. Okay, just a reminder, she, he, they, not gender specific, this reading. So, but this person for you, this intelligent, hardworking, accomplished, brave, gorgeous person who you see a huge amount of creative potential with, there's emotion here. This is your Knight of Cups. This is the person coming in to save the day or read you a love poem or propose something. Yeah, this is somebody coming forward with an emotional message, an emotional offer. So they could be saying, I really care about you. Come and join my team. I really admire you. Come and work with me. I love you. Can we please go out for drinks together? This is somebody that you're going to meet on your journey who is, again, could definitely be Sagittarius, with all the cups and the wands. But yeah, this is interesting. This is somebody who is probably your Two of Cups. Yeah, they're coming into your life to teach you a lot. There's probably experiences that this person has that you don't have, so they can teach you things, but you're probably going to teach them as well. I feel like you're going to complement each other really, really well and come into that completion energy. Do some kind of project with this person. Whether that's you buying a house together, you're working with this person, but it's somebody that you can work with in life. They're going to work well with you in whatever it is that you're doing, whoever this person is to you. You could be approaching this person with some kind of love offer as well. Yeah, the thing about the Knight of Cups card is this person's riding forward, right? They're coming in with a lot of love to give there, but there is a river there that needs to be crossed. So there's some kind of emotional barrier that must be crossed here. But on this card, it's really small. It's like that a horse is just going to leap over that. There's not going to be any problems there. Right, okay, so chariot there on the bottom. Yeah, there's going to be movement forward. So Anna Mia Monday, any last thing you want to tell me about Gemini's fairy tale journey? Gemini's fairy tale journey, please. Gemini's fairy tale journey. Don't miss the opportunity, Gemini. Don't miss out on this divine, don't miss out on this because you're so busy crying over the spilt milk. Look, she literally says, over it. I'm over it. I'm not even looking at relationships anymore. I'm not even looking at social media anymore. I'm taking myself off social media and I don't need friends. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to sulk. Don't do that, Gemini, okay? Just be like, they're giving me a lot of memes. I feel like you probably are on social media a lot. They're giving me the this is fine meme. This is fine. This is fine. It's like whatever's happening, if your friends are falling out around you, if there's drama going on in your online community, if it's all like everything's in the air, there's loads of drama, there's loads of stresses. It's like, just instead of sitting there sulking, instead of being like crossing my arms, being defensive, which is telling you not to do here, being that kind of like, everything's fine, I'm just going to get myself a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, I'm just going to get myself a piece of cake, and I'm going to come back when everybody calms down, or I'm just going to look the other way. I'm going to let everybody do whatever it is that they're having a stress over, and I'm just going to go and do my own thing. And, if people try and come to me to whinge, I'm just going to be like, sorry, can't talk right now. It's like, you don't have to invest time into something that is low vibrational. Just be above the drama, be better than that, right, Gemini? But don't run off and be defensive and put the shield up. Be open, because that divine perfect person, your perfect match, whether it's friend, romantic interest, somebody that you work with, they're perfect for you, and you can learn a lot from them, which will bring you to this completion energy. So do not miss the opportunity, Gemini. And I feel like you've done it already. You missed an opportunity in the past. It's coming back around. It may be a different person. It may be coming in a different form. But oh my God, look at the split. Right, look at the split there. I just opened the cards and it was the Ten of Cups. This is your happiness. This is your opportunity for happiness there. Could definitely be in a same sex relationship. I was picking up on two feminine energies, but there's a lot of females in these decks, so that might just be why. But yeah, sowing the seeds. There's expansion here. This is somebody that you can go the distance with. You can have abundance with. You can plant seeds and they're going to grow, and they're going to be. Look, are you literally a gardener? Are you literally a gardener? Because you've got this, which is about planting seeds and watching them grow. Something small can turn out to be a huge, give a huge amount of payback. Why have I gone sideways? I don't know why I'm sideways, Gemini, but I just don't know what's happened there. Maybe you need to look at things from a different perspective. But there you go. Look, like that's you being like, oh, look at all these plants that I've nurtured, and I can now, harvest all the fruit of the possibilities, and it's brilliant. So I love it. Brilliant reading for you. That is like mega high vibrational energy. You can't get any higher than that. That's like soul completion. So Gemini, don't be too guarded. Don't sulk. Keep your head held high, and just kind of like let it go and let it flow. Don't hold on to drama. Don't hold on to negative feelings. Let it all go. Let it all just wash over you, and be like that Zen, like complete, beautiful soul that you really, really are. And do take care. And I'll see you again soon. Leave me a like if you liked. Sideways love hearts. Leave me a like if you liked, and share it with friends if you think it's their story or they just need to hear it. If you've got that one friend who's all about the drama, maybe just like pass it there. Yeah, leave me comments if you think it's your story and all that business. And take care, and I'll see you again soon, Gemini. Bye bye.